Willie D Live.
What's up, family? According to reports, Cassie has allegedly left the United States of America in fear for her life ahead of Diddy being released from prison. Yeah, fam, Cassie say she's scared to death. She out of here and she ain't coming back. Yeah, that's what she said. She said she ain't coming back. Now, remember, Cassie sued Diddy for 30 million, walked away with 20 million. And, she just started, living really, really good after she claimed that Diddy abused her and forced her to participate in freak-offs and beat on her, right? Cassie says she has no plans to come back to the United States of America, and this is all because of her fear of Diddy. Who believes that, fam? Who believes she left the country because she fears for her life? Give me a thumbs up if you believe it. Thumbs down and say, nah, that's propaganda. She's just talking. She got her money. That's all she wanted. She wanted that money, and she dipped. I'll give you a few moments to think about it. Okay, time's up, fam. You know what it is, fam. I don't think she's afraid of Diddy. She knows that if anything happens to her, Diddy's the number one suspect, and so does Diddy know that, right? I don't think she's afraid of Diddy at all. I think she's afraid of all of the backlash, and she can't really go anywhere without people looking at her like a human toilet. That's what I think. Now, Cassie is pursuing a lawsuit that she filed in May 1st of 2026. She claims that male escort Clayton Howard did some things to her also. She's filing a suit against him. But she said in that filing that I reside, this is quote, I reside outside of the United States. I do not intend to move back to the United States. This is what she said in the court filing. Cassie was pregnant and living in New York last summer when she testified in Diddy's federal criminal trial. And she also states in the declaration, I am a citizen of the United States. I am not a resident of the state of California. The declaration was filed in connection with the suit that Clayton Howard filed against Cassie and Diddy in California. No word yet on exactly if Cassie is living abroad, but she says it would be easier for her to attend court and other legal proceedings in New York, where her lawyers are, rather than California. So the claims have not been verified, but she says that she no longer lives in, this is from her, she says she no longer lives in the United States. Now, as reported, Clayton Howard claimed that Diddy and Cassie hired him for freak-offs, which he says ended in him getting an STD, and he says he got Cassie pregnant, but she aborted the baby. Clayton was one of 7 escorts who worked for Diddy and Cassie. Well, I don't know if they worked. I guess they were contracted, so they didn't necessarily work for them. But he put in work. He put in work for them. And these guys also worked with the prosecutors on Diddy's criminal case. In his lawsuit, he claimed that Diddy and Cassie subjected him to horrific sexual abuse, and that left him with physical and psychological injuries. In her newly filed response to the suit, Cassie claims Clayton sent her husband, Alex Fine, a supportive message in 2023 after she came forward with her claims against Diddy. So she's basically saying that this dude is now backtracking. He initially supported me, but now he on that BS. The alleged message read, I know your wife's truth is 100% valid, as I'm sure you did as well. I would have come forward, and I'm glad she got some form of justice. The alleged texts continue. A lot of what I saw really bothered me. And because homie was effed up, but I knew she was in love and wouldn't leave despite being beat up and punched in the chest in hotel rooms, choked and forced into SHIT. I don't want to embarrass anyone with, I'm damn happy you saved her. I'm glad she got something probably not near what she deserves. Y'all remember the video that came out where Diddy was beating on Cassie at the hotel in LA. And this video came out on the heels of Diddy like vehemently denying that he ever put hands on Cassie. That video came out, Diddy was sick, and Diddy had to, get in front of the camera and apologize. And next thing you know, that lawsuit came even harder, and he went ahead and settled. But it was too much too little. It was too much too little too late. Too much too little too late. Cassie got $20 million out of Diddy, and then she turned around and got another $10 million from the hotel. Yeah. What was the name of that hotel? The InterContinental Los Angeles Century Hotel. Yeah. $10 million. Do you know how many people have been violently attacked in hotels across this country who ain't never picked up nowhere near $10 million? Think about that. Hotel fights happen way more frequently than you can ever imagine. These people get beat up all the time. But I think the big difference here is that these guys at that hotel suppressed the evidence. They helped Diddy conceal his crime. So that's where they got hung up at. That's what cost them. That's where they became liable, is, they took the payoff. They took the money and ran. And so she came back and the lawyers got her another $10 million. Here's the deal, fam. I don't think Cassie is innocent. I don't think she ever was innocent. If she was innocent, by the time she got to Diddy, she was not innocent. Because if you look at her relationships with that guy she was with, the producer guy, Ryan Leslie, before she got with Diddy, Ryan Leslie was madly in love with this girl, reportedly. And when she hooked up with Diddy, she saw a bigger fish. And she was like, well, let me get with this dude. And she kicked Ryan Leslie to the curb. Now, a lot of y'all been out there riding for Cassie, and yeah. But how you ride for something like that? It made me question your integrity. Like, if somebody puts you on, think about what I'm saying. Becoming a musical star is the dream of most musical stars, right? So if somebody puts you on, there's a certain level of gratitude and debt that you owe. I would say for life. I would say for life. When I look at my situation with Rap-A-Lot, I'm indebted for life, and I'm cool with that. I actually want to be indebted for life. That contract turned my life around. If I hadn't signed that deal, man, it was going to be hell to tell the captain out there for society. I'm telling you, I had to get that money, man. So, and at that time, being as young as I was a cowboy. I was wild, man. Like, I was trying to get some real paper, get up out the hood. So, more than likely, I would have ended up just like many of these other guys who became statistics. I would have ended up dead or in jail. And the fact that, Rap-A-Lot Jay saw in me something that he thought was worth putting his money on, I appreciate that for life. I appreciate that for life. Now, technically, I don't owe nobody nothing. But in terms of principle, yeah, man, for life. It's for life for me. I'm a forever rock with Rap-A-Lot. I'm a forever support Jay Prince. Forever. That's how I am. I'm a loyalist. Some people think, well, at what point do we have to stop? I already paid you back. How long I got to support what you do? Anyway, but some people feel a different way. I don't. I don't. You know, uh, you do something for me, and I appreciate it. But if you do something like invest in my career, take a chance on me, man, I'm rocking with you for life. Yeah. So if you look at this situation with Ryan Leslie and Cassie, kicked dude to the curb, he put it in the door. If not for him, we probably don't even know who Cassie is to this day. He brought in, I don't know what came first, the chicken or the hen. I don't know if they started a relationship first and then started working together, or they started working together and then the relationship evolved. But I do know that he produced her music, he put it in front of people, he put it in front of Diddy. And you know what happened after that. So she's not a loyal person, which also means that she's a liar, because people who are disloyal are liars. So she's disloyal, she's liar, and a lot of y'all just support her because she's pretty. If she was a regular old Himalaya or whatever her name, whatever crazy old name, or just an old regular looking chick, y'all wouldn't. And don't let her be overweight. Y'all wouldn't be concerned about her and how well she's doing in life and all that stuff. She is, what did that girl Cheyenne say? She got pretty girl privilege. And that's what that is, man. If she was just a regular old girl, nobody would care, right? She's a regular little looking old chick. Nobody would even care. They wouldn't care nothing about her. But because she got this look, this certain look, people want to go like, yeah, Cassie. Now, Cassie is, if Diddy is guilty, Cassie is guilty. She set up the freak offs. She paid the escorts. Okay? She set up the dates, the hotel. She made the hotel arrangements. She is a co-conspirator. So if Diddy's doing time, she should absolutely be in a cell right next to him. Can't put him in the same cell. Diddy probably just go crazy. But anyway, what say you, fam? Drop a comment. I'd love to hear your thoughts. No more talk.